Why did Paul put 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15? Study to show yourself approved of God, a workman that does not need to be ashamed, but correctly interpreting the scripture. Oh, if correctly, then it means it can be wrongly interpreted. Of course, yes. So how do I correctly interpret the scripture? Whenever you want to interpret the scripture, you must first of all look at who is the author of that particular book you want to interpret. And then who were the primary audience to whom the author wrote? And what was the purpose of the author's writing? All these are very important. If you don't understand who the author is, it may hamper you correctly interpreting that passage of the Bible. The purpose for which the author was writing. For example, the book of Matthew. When Matthew started with the genealogy of Jesus Christ, look at the way his genealogy, very different from the genealogy of the same person in the book of Luke. And one will say, isn't this contradictory? No, it's not contradictory. Because Matthew traced the genealogy of Jesus from the father's side, which is Joseph, because his purpose of writing was to convince the Jewish people that this Jesus is the Messiah. So he traced it from the father's side, whereas that was not the case of Luke. Luke traced the genealogy of Jesus from the mother's side. Matthew traced from the father's side. Luke traced from the mother's side, Mary. And Matthew once stopped at Abraham. Yes, because his primary audience were just the Jewish people. He wasn't particularly concerned about the Gentile. His message was directly to the Jew because he himself was a Jew, whereas Luke was not a Jew. Luke was a Gentile. Although some people say a Greek. Once you are not a Jew, you are referred to as a Gentile. So Luke wants to convince the Gentile that this Jesus, as the Jew lay claim on him, we too we can lay claim on him, because we all descended from the same person, same ancestor, which is Adam. So, and Luke traced the genealogy of Jesus to Adam, meaning we all descended from the same person.